All right, welcome to another episode of Lance Has a Girlfriend. Someone clap.
I might have to let it drop. Let it drop.
I might have to let it drop.
We just spent Thanksgiving at the Tyndall household,
The Will Tyndall household.
which
Will
was
Trent Tyndall
which was
household.
intense. You guys you all have like times 10 size family on just one side.
Yeah.
Well, it's like
that I do.
It's like our penis to yours.
Right. Wow.
But you have to cut yours in thirds.
Still 10
three
times bigger.
though. Yeah. 3.3.
Yeah, you guys all had that loaded. You think about that a lot, I bet,
Fully
Well,
loaded.
my penis? A third.
or just the thirding thing. I've seen that before. No, I don't. I'm not a fan of your content.
You've seen my
but,
penis before?
Like, I'm not a fan
Well, you've
at
seen
all.
But you've seen it?
Like, I can't. I mean, I live
Stop
with you
touching my
guys,
ass.
so
Aunt Miller just subscribed to your YouTube.
I'm like half of those accounts that are just always
Just show the
saying
comments.
stuff.
Man, this is really funny, guys.
Yeah.
I love this video. I love you guys.
I was about to start naming names. I was about to.
Yeah, I was about to, and I stopped. I was like, shit. Yeah, how was that, man? Rhymes with.
I mean, that was. I mean, that.
Were you
It's
intimidated?
no, I mean, I've got such a small family, and I want a big family. So like, I think I was equating it to. It was like the y'all's was as big as like the Home Alone 1 before they travel,
Yeah. And they're
but
all
like
around.
more functional.
Yeah, not as chaotic.
Yeah, right.
It was
Yeah,
way
like-
less chaotic.
Yeah,
That was movie
like yeah, but I don't know whose families. I mean, because we were talking about the Home Alone movie was so confusing because their whole family is going to go on a trip for the holidays, but they all got to fly in together and they all stay in the house the night
Yeah.
before so they could like travel to the airport together. But even back then, wouldn't you just all travel
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
to where you're going?
I forgot even where they were going. I was just.
Do you want to tell the story?
We could tell the story.
Yeah, tell the story.
No, not
You
his
heard
story.
it here first.
No. History. His story.
Her story.
The story.
Did you see what I did there?
Believe all.
Oh.
That's an SNL joke.
Your history is now her story. See what I did there?
No, it wasn't that. It was a phase.
Her
Still kinda
story.
is.
History is her story. Did you see what I did there?
So pretty much, we were going home. Amp's first time joining us for Thanksgiving. We've been asking him for 10 plus years, and he's been saying no every time. And finally, the time he says yes because he knows what's going to happen.
Get picked up. by
Electric
the
cars suck in the cold. I thought I charged enough to get home. Like, there's a halfway point where we charge.
Do
Jordan
this stuff.
and Amp are like on their computers playing WoW, charging in every port you can think of, stuff in my car.
Sweaty fat dorks.
And then Miles has the heat blasting and the radio going.
I don't have the heat blasting.
And there's pretty much like 14 miles left. Once it gets to 14 miles, it just says low.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. Now what?
And then it starts blinking after that.
Yeah.
So we're about
There's
to.
not a lot of charging stations in
there's
Chester. it turns
zero
out.
charging
Zero.
stations. And all of it, the last stretch was all hills. Like all hills.
We were on a hill and
Yeah.
it finally crapped out.
just shut off on
Yeah,
me.
it just shut off on us, and we caused traffic, and
And you
cops
can't
came.
move. Everything's locked in.
Yeah, and then we had the cops come, and which they were fine. But they were like,
It looked-
we had nothing.
For Chester, it looked like a crime scene.
Yeah, it did for Chester.
I also noticed it was like it reminded me of a little bit of Texas, just like in the fact that every single person who drove by was like, "Hey, you guys
help?
need help?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah,
Y'all okay?
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, we do, but we'll be
this will
all
be
right."
fine. But I need help, like in general.
Yeah.
Y'all
Do you
need
mean
a
like
beer?
right now?
Yeah, do you want to talk or?
Yeah.
Those ones, like,
We're just sitting here looking for
for.
talk.
But like then we
Oh,
we had to throw it in neutral back down to the hill in
Well,
front
no,
of this church.
the semis had to move.
Yeah.
Both the semis had to move
Yeah,
so we
that
could
was-
reverse it or put it in neutral. We had to figure that out too because electric cars are weird like that. They just lock up. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
I just wanted to get that.
Yeah. But then the cops offered to give us a ride home, so that was,
And they wanted to because they said they were bored.
and they knew
They
you
thanked
guys.
us.
You like knew them, or they knew you. I thought that was.
I knew
because
one of
we were
them.
like, oh, you guys live at that house down in the thing, and I'm like, how often did you guys get taken home by these specific cops? But it was just
Never. They just
younger
said you guys
in
are the
your
Tinder
town.
triplets.
Yeah,
So
they were
we
younger than us.
Dude, we had cops
Yeah.
pull us over in high school just to pull us over and go, "Hey, did you catch the score of the game last night?"
Oh,
Well, that was
God.
one of our
Yeah.
best. And everyone's
See,
like,
that's
"The
a-
Tyndalls got pulled over." It's like, okay, he was just talking to us.
Well, he did that multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
But that was and then
Peters.
like, I really wish when we pulled up in the back of the cop cars to your parents' house, I was like, dude, hit the sirens. Hit the sirens.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that would have been really.
My mom would have freaked.
Well, that
out.
reminded me. Last time that happened, it was like 3 a.m., wasn't it? Like there was like 5 cops
Oh,
cars.
this is when we stole the sign down by the river with
and-
now the.
It-
Quit saying the name.
Shit, I know. It's,
bleep that out. Don't even
With-
say that.
Like I keep
Don't
I'm
even
saying
say
with
that.
now the
Don't even
I
say
didn't
that.
say the name
It was with that.
because it was more like don't fucking say it.
Don't fucking say it.
No, you
But
said
he's-
last name.
as I'm doing, you're saying his name.
All the cop cars in our driveway with their sirens, their
That's
lights
funny.
going off, and
Yeah.
then they're looking. They have flashlights in our windows, and our parents are like, "What the hell's
Our
going
parents'
on?"
house, yeah.
And another time with.
A bunch of times. It just reminded me last time. But
I just think it's hilarious how we came home, had the cops in our driveway. Dad was in the kitchen cutting turkey when
Dad
we
was
walked
being
in.
a good guy making turkey.
And lo and behold, his children are getting
Pulled up in
dropped off
cop
by
cars.
town cops, and he's just like, "Hey, typical. Hey, how's it going?"
Oh, the
right
point-
when we walk in.
The point was, we had 2 cop cars take us. Amp and I went in the back with his
Oh yeah, we
crutches.
didn't even get the story.
It was a tight ride.
And
With his
sticker.
crutches and sticker, and Amp was trying to hold sticker the whole time because sticker's like, "I've never been arrested. I'm a good cat." And
Oh, man.
I also don't know why
He was
English.
really familiar with the back of that car.
and Jordan and Miles were in the other back of another cop car, and I guess Miles, you and I did the same thing where we just like once,
Yeah, I was
once
trying
we
to-
once they parked in our driveway, we both reached for like the back handles of the cop
Yeah.
car. And we're like, "Where's the
It's like,
handle?
what you
at?"
doing there, bud?
Why
I
can't
did,
we
I
get
did a
out?
couple times and I kind of just smirked, and then he's like, "Yeah, you clearly haven't been in the back." I'm
And
like,
I was wondering why they kept opening the door. They opened the door for us,
Yeah.
both cop cars, when we were getting in there
Yeah.
initially. And I was like, "That's nice of them."
And the whole time I was sitting in the back, I looked down, like, because there's no room to your knees and all that. And I was sitting there just looking at my shoes, and I was like, trying to imagine his situation, like when it happened, just like, but drunk, but I was sober. And I was like, piece of shit. And just like, what would it feel like? Thank God I'll never
What did it
know.
feel-
I'll
what did
never
it feel
drink and
like?
drive.
You just don't care.
Hey, what did it feel like?
I don't know.
Felt
Good.
normal.
That's a good
I
answer.
felt like a good citizen.
Good answer. Yeah.
I don't know.
Then we had to.
Thanksgiving was
That's
great.
Miles.
Then we had to pretend that to our dad.
Oh, yeah.
Pretend our dad that the car wasn't dead over at a random church
Yeah, because he goes
parking lot.
That was our
Like, oh,
first
how'd you
church.
get
We
here?
went and stole his van.
That was our church. Our
Oh
first
yeah,
church.
no, that was funny.
Stole his van, and I had to drive it all the way back.
Oh no, we said
After we got liquor, of course.
we told Pops we're getting them cigars, which we did.
which we did, but we didn't tell him the other story.
Yeah.
2 errands, and then
Yeah.
drove back to the church.
for the third errand.
Got up behind Lance's car
Yeah.
in your parents'
Old ass
minivan,
2000
Yep.
van.
That's like
5
going to
minivan.
shit.
and like engaged.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were just in cop cars a minute ago, and now we're pushing back in this shitty electric car.
Hey, we're not stopping at the stop sign.
Oh yeah, they can't hear us.
That was super
We have
dangerous.
video of that though.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It felt like
It was like starting to getting behind, and then like going up the hill was fine. But like once we started going down the
and
hill,
having to catch
you
up
guys
to
were
it.
like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but you either have to stay engaged
We
or
had to,
not."
yeah.
or-
I was
or-
not slowing down because I
because
didn't know if
the
I was
only
gonna
way to
stop anymore.
going downhill, the only way to stay connected is to continue
Yeah.
going faster.
That's what
So
I
I was
thought.
like,
Ooh, watch, you have to connect now.
Reconnect.
Hang on.
TARS. Analyze the endurance of spin.
This feels like
Quit hitting me, jackass.
at any moment, if Lance accidentally because I know how those electric vehicles, if you tap the brake, right, doesn't it like hit harder because it wants to start charging or something?
No,
So I was
no.
just thinking, at
think it
any
was just
moment,
dead.
I'm
It was
going
just
through the
dead.
windshield.
No, there was at one point where Miles and Amp had to push my car up. We had to go up a hill, down a hill.
I wouldn't
up a
say
hill.
Amp did it.
Amp was helping.
I was helping
He was
get
co-pilot.
moral support.
I'm joking.
I was like, I kept saying, we got to call them. You guys were, yeah, we'll be fine.
Dude, if he hits the brakes at all.
He won't because he knows he has to have this. This is his moment.
Wait. But I thought we were right close to your house.
We are.
Oh, okay.
We're right up the hill. So it's all right.
I was like, what the hell?
And,
Because it was more of a triple thing. I was like, I know what he's gonna do mostly.
and it's obviously harder to steal when your car's
Mostly.
dead. So I'm like ripping the steering wheel right and left is like really hard, because I'm very strong and athletic
sure.
and coordinated. Right, Jordan? 4 out of 5.
was-
And so Miles
40
is to
time
push
was
my
4-4.
car. I'm in neutral. He's put with the shitty minivan from the early 2000s.
Probably a V1.
Push it uphill, push it downhill, then push it back uphill, all while constantly like slowly.
Having to stay like within this
Yeah.
amount
You got it.
Don't hit the brakes, idiot. She backed that ass up on me like I was a stranger.
of
and then
space.
just kind of hitting the car up, and Nobody said a word for some reason in town yet.
No. When
I don't know if anyone saw us.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll
Back
go
at
back
Christmas,
to Christmas.
Dad will go, well, I
Oh, you
heard
mean the
about
cops
this.
telling them?
I
Yeah,
remember
the
when we
cops
went to
are-
the
they'll find
to the
out.
bar afterwards, and you guys said that you're like, just watch. People were gonna start.
I was
one
for
time
sure.
at some one. Oh no, one point
person
something
did it.
did
Who
say
was
that, and I
that?
was like, I overheard it, and I was
Already?
like, is it happening? Is it happening?
Wait,
And
what
you
happened?
guys were
What was
like,
said?
no,
I
no.
didn't hear it.
I forgot
Something
who it
about
was.
it. Something about
some
cops
dude.
said.
Said,
But we shut it down real quick.
Yeah. You're like, we don't have to. So like your
Because I don't
dad's,
want that to be
your
the-
dad's watching this, just shaking his head, and then he's like, wait a second. Now right now, as I'm talking, he's
forgot
made
who
it to
the-
the car, and now he's looking at the front of it.
Yeah.
And he's
forgot
like,
who the
oh
front-
man.
Dad, the front's fine.
because it was
We-
within an hour. We went to Benson's within an hour.
We
Regardless-
did
regardless-
it surgically like they do when the jets refuel the planes up in the air and they connect the
Yeah.
fuel lines.
Everyone- Air Force One.
That's what it felt like.
It
We
looked
were
like-
talking about like NASA or whatever while I was driving. It's just like
Cut to, this was
we were
just
being
for-
so
this is-
technical.
It's
and
reminding me
surgical.
of like the Wolf of Wall Street, like the way that when he's just on all of those quaaludes, and he's in his mind, he drove really
yeah.
really good.
Yes.
Cut to us, and we're like, and it's just yeah.
Kind of like our sex life.
Ours and yours and the amps.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this girl coming into town.
She from Alaska?
But yeah, so anyway, we made a successful mission, Covert, without Pops knowing while he was making turkey.
It's never
Well,
over.
that was
He knows
just,
now.
It was just it was an interesting way to
start
introduce
the-
my.
Yeah, it was
just
like,
been
oh,
in
yeah,
love
it was
with
like,
Chester.
welcome to Chester.
I
Welcome
was
to
like, all right.
Chester.
Yep.
That was welcome to.
But now we have a story.
Yeah, it was good. Oh, we have to do that every year.
How you gonna top it?
I don't know. I mean,
to
this time
murder
we'll
people.
actually get arrested. This is bad. Sounds like
we all get
put
DUIs.
cuffs on me. I thought this is America. This is America.
This is Chester.
They have cuffs for sticker.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
actually, the cop did bring that up. He's like, remember
Yeah, I was
as
like-
we were
it's like,
pulling in the driveway, he's like, I
he's like, we should have arrested you.
I should have arrested you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh yeah, you should have.
Please do that.
And there's at one point, Ed and I look at each other like,
Yeah.
are we doing this right
Yeah,
now?
come
Just so
on.
Dad-
We could have walked in
because
the
he wanted
house.
Dad. Yeah, he wanted.
It might
Dad.
actually
Could've
give your
filmed it.
mom like a freaking heart
didn't
attack.
you
Your mom wasn't there though.
I know, but we
didn't know.
Oh,
that.
that's
yeah.
right. That's
She would have
right.
freaked the fuck out.
But that's the point.
Yeah, we could have had some.
But then it's
viral
like, why are you
content.
putting your boys in cuffs and walking in my house? That's what I'd be
just
like.
to be like, your son murdered? Is this your son?
Man, that was a good opportunity for content.
Yeah, I know.
I recorded
That's
it.
why Ed like looked at. We looked at each other like,
We were
should
just this is because we just got there. We're like, we don't need drama from like,
Yeah.
our family at the moment.
And Dad's like in his apron, and he's just like,
Yeah.
5 pounds of
Just
turkey. He's like, I'm a
cutting
good
it
white
up.
guy.
5
And he's like-
pounds.
and then he's like, yeah,
50
he's like-
pounds.
he
It was
was
actually
and I was like-
66.
I was like, I haven't seen this in a while because that started this conversation with I was talking to your dad about like my normal scenario, which we'll do like the kind of sit down, turkey dinner and stuff. But I was like, the last time I had a big group of the family, and I say big is like 8,
12?
it's like like 9 or whatever. We were like Maggiano's one year, or the
not mad at that.
Four Seasons, in Dallas, because it's like we don't have enough people to warrant. Spending all night, doing all this stuff, and I'm like, I'd just everybody relax,
Yeah.
But seeing it the way that when you have that many people, potluck turns into a really big deal.
It's every year.
especially when they shove shots down your throat.
And if you didn't notice, there's like sections of my grandparents' house where it's like this group sits over here, this group sits over here, this group's downstairs,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
group's, and both sides are downstairs. And
Well, so
upstairs.
yeah, we were kind
we
of
all
talking
mingle
about that.
eventually.
I know, but like there's like click points is what I'm saying. Like doesn't mean
It's like
it's
everyone
the
hangs
same.
out, and then when it's food, then they split up. And then when they're done eating, it kind of mingles
then
around
everyone-
again.
But it's like it was kind of interesting because even on from my level, there was like the area kind of where like the kids would hang out. But normally that was like it's like me and my cousin like gaming and stuff. Then my sister's always been like an adult, so she would always be hanging out with the not always, but that kind of thing. But it would separate. It's like my dad and my uncle, and we'd be watching football and with my grandfather, and then it was like the very small versions of that I was
that, yeah.
noticing.
Yeah.
But I was upstairs for most of the time talking to the legend, your grandfather, because I
Yeah.
can't because I
I
got
saw
my.
that and I hated it.
I know,
so much.
that's also why I
glad I
stayed
didn't
up there
see
for a
it.
while, but also because I have crutches and you guys were downstairs, and I was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Did you talk
I
about
offer-
the
I
Kore-
offered.
No, I was like,
Did you talk about the Korean War?
How
Korea.
we killed all of them.
Vietnam. No,
all
no,
the
I didn't.
Korean
That didn't really come up.
I actually don't want to know what you guys talk about.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even see it.
I heard a good amount.
I knew you wouldn't like that.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
Miles was there. He didn't shut it down.
Because it wasn't happening.
It was happening.
Exactly.
It was an illusion in my face.
But it's interesting because like I've always wanted a larger family. It's interesting y'all's like unique family dynamic, and then as far as I know, almost all of you like you don't necessarily want I think you kind of almost mentioned that you were like, I kind of want a family, and I think you've said that. You've said that that way.
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
But to have that
But
scenario,
will I?
either it's like
And I
because
love-
you
and I
enjoyed
love
it,
it.
you enjoy the big family to not
yeah,
want
it's
it is
weird. 'Cause I
If you
do
had it,
love
and you're like, get out of my room, Dad. Like, I'm not going to grandma's this
But
year.
the thing is, that family's not going anywhere for a long time because there's so many cousins, and those cousins will have kids before I have kids. Like
They already have.
yeah, exactly.
You waving, bud?
Oh, man, that weird thing that cats do to just lick themselves with their whole leg out.
Dude, if you could lick yourself, wouldn't you?
Probably not.
If I was a cat,
I smell like shit. Like
I
I
was
don't
about
want
to
to lick
say.
that. I can attest to that.
You say you smell shit?
I took a test
I
for
smell like shit. Why would I want to lick it? Clean yourself.
that. I do
Then why do you smell like shit?
because I cleaned myself. Because his
That makes
breath
sense.
smells like shit, so he licked himself.
Gotcha.
No, I smell myself when I sleep.
He does sniff everything before he eats it. Just like his dad's cock, right, Jordan?
That's what you're thinking.
What?
We don't have to do that.
We don't have to.
There's no we here. It's Lance.
It's Lance. It's Lance.
So she's a single mom of 8.
This is what I always think about.
What else?
When this clip from Family Guy is always what I think about.
Yeah, look at that, Lois. That's why cats freak me out. He's doing that weird, stretchy leg thing where they lick themselves.
And it looks like
Look
sticker
at that,
gun.
huh? Look at that shit.
There's an X right on
Every
his package.
yeah, right.
Look at that, huh?
Every single
Look
time.
at that shit.
Look at that.
Like they
shit.
know we're looking at him.
Yeah,
They're just waiting for us to say shit.
yeah.
Damn, that's only thinking of that now. And I see
Yeah,
a
you're
sticker eating his
welcome.
ass.
You're welcome. But that's also makes you think that that's what his voice sounds like. Because you were like telling him to say something earlier.
And, like,
we were joking. You're like actually his voice is like the Japanese thing. Like,
What would his voice sound like?
Probably like this.
I was waiting.
Probably like
Yeah.
this.
I don't even know why I asked that.
My dad never comes home.
I don't.
He's always coming.
I never get. I'm
late.
the first cat to wear glasses. Oh, I'm the last
The
cat.
first to need glasses.
And fucked up his Achilles. If we haven't already mentioned that.
and
feet spread out.
But now that I'm in physical therapy, yeah. I like it. Just like I've got all of the muscles are gone. That's why and like all the side muscles.
Did you have them? Yeah. Did you have them to begin
Before?
with?
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why you lost the Achilles.
Oh yeah.
You guys remember when Amps would walk?
That was,
That was a long
I go
time
back
ago.
and watch videos. I'm like, there
I
he
have
is.
to dream.
Well,
It's,
that's-
no, it's
so, like,
weird. I
dreaming
told
about
him
he's-
that. I see video of him walking around taking shots.
There's
I'm like,
my friend.
Is that Amp? And I've known you
weird.
way longer walking, but it's still weird.
Yeah.
When it's so long, he's
when
been
you
saying-
walk in, it's gonna
it's
be
weird.
annoying.
didn't know you that
Think about
well.
how I feel.
Oh, it's gotta be miserable.
It's like the same way, like with the ACL tear. It was like I feel like I was back on my feet sooner. You know,
Womp.
but
Well, which one
I was
takes
like having
longer
it
to
was
heal?
but
recover
well,
from?
I don't actually. I don't. I think it's the Achilles actually because.
But you could actually use your feet
You could
still.
work, yeah, but the
Still
ACL
walk.
I was in physical therapy like the next week, and we were working on it, and we were doing that stuff. But the
It's not
Achilles
as
was
delicate.
like wait a month and a half.
I was
Wait
gonna say,
2
you
months
waited
for
almost
that.
2 months
It's like
to get-
it's always a hurry up and wait scenario, and then
that.
Lance is asleep. Were you going to sleep just to dream about me again? Yeah. That amount of times this guy walks downstairs and says, "I had another dream about you."
Yeah, but hey,
but like you guys aren't around, and I'm like, dude,
I've heard
you
that,
got to
Amp.
stop doing this.
But
I've
Amp,
heard that,
How'd you
though.
start that? Walks downstairs.
But you're dreaming about another.
Would you
man.
rather be a man? that can-
Eventually, I will walk upstairs, and I know where you live, but it doesn't seem like you're gonna stop dreaming about me anytime soon.
Would
I think
you
that's
rather-
why you're
would you
inviting
rather-
this chick
Super
over.
gay. Would you
Yeah.
rather dream about another dude and
cover.
never be able to walk again, or walk again?
But I will walk again.
Amp. Here's a scenario.
But what if you couldn't?
Don't tell me what's impossible.
Do not tell me it can't be done.
Because you can't walk. You walk upstairs. I'm Lance. You walk in my room. I'm Lance. You walk up. Knock on the door. I miss Amp smell.
Actually, I take that back.
That's it. Just dreaming about you.
So he opens the
I'm not
door. and
waking
I-
up.
Well, here's why this isn't a real scenario because
Because
I'm
you were
dreaming about
walking.
you.
when I opened the door, Lance seemingly woke up like immediately. For all of you, it would require
A bus.
I don't know a level.
I don't know what it
like
would require.
A 7 earthquake.
I
period.
slept through that.
Yeah. Well, oh God.
In
okay.
LA. I slept through it in LA.
Yeah. Who says us humans were supposed to get up immediately?
I mean,
There was no jobs
It's weird
back
because
then.
I enjoy it
In terms of an evolutionary,
sun.
yeah,
Yeah, your
supposed to-
circadian
Yeah,
rhythm.
you go up with the sun.
I enjoy being up in the morning. I just like sleeping.
But you guys don't wake up even with the sun.
No.
No, I wake up with it. It's just not on the side of the earth that I want.
If I'm not being an asshole and drinking every day, yeah, it's easier.
You're still an asshole though.
But even when we weren't drinking, we were
point at me.
in high school and in college. When
that's what I was bringing up.
We were still
point at him either.
We were still like really big night owls, and like I don't know what it was.
You're still really big
for sure.
You know how many times I had that dream in high school? Like I was sitting at my desk, and you had that dream where you're falling off a cliff, and then you just slam your
Someone's
hands
waiting down there with a bat and times it with your face.
So many times.
And with that, we'd like to take a chance to thank our sponsors,
Yeah.
Adult Diapers. Jordan needs them.
Keep it.
Adult Diapers. But first, escalators.
Butt sex.
The next time to the escalator could be your last. After these messages. Don't go anywhere. Don't go nowhere. I was thinking about how like Mexican food is like the same, 3 to 4 ingredients, and then just like, but so that's why every single time something like new from like Taco Bell comes out, you're like it must be just this massive joke. Because they're like, how can we change the ingredients a little bit?
Same ingredients
and then
in different shells.
all these white like mid-suburban, people just like lose their fucking shit.
I'm eating culture.
It's a pizza from Mexico.
Bring the Mexican pizza back.
And then now it's the 90s, how they bring that's actually different, but not like ingredients wise. But I get the nostalgic marketing. That's genius.
Well, that's funny. But okay, but
the pizza part, it's like it's just the taco put on a soft shell tortilla,
right,
and you just cut it into a pizza,
right?
Just like a birria pizza. It's like that's still birria meat with the same shell. You just made a pizza out of it.
Yeah, but I was laughing so hard. We go to this. I love this restaurant in Dallas. It's enchiladas. Fajitas are the funniest version of that because in that scenario, the biggest trick of all is that they're not even making it themselves. Really, they're like, we're gonna bring it to you. You make it yourself, and you lose your shit again because they put it in this thing with the steam.
Yeah,
it's like a hot plate, and then they throw up some hot, some stuff there, and everyone's like, "Woo! I got it!" And then like now make it yourself, white boy. I
don't get the hype of Taco Bell anyway.
I'm not talking about Taco Bell. I'm just saying that.
But I'm talking about like a Mexican restaurant when they bring just
the general thing. But like fajitas are the biggest joke I think of all, is because like here you make it yourself at a restaurant, But I'm like I liked it so much as a kid because it was like they bring it out and the steam and
the sound of it and the smell.
It's kind of like hibachi watching someone, but then you got to do it all of a sudden. The sizzle on the iron plate.
Korean barbecue. Those Korean barbecue is such a big. We would go there a lot in L.A.
Cook your own food.
What a genius idea! Here's the meat.
Cook it yourself.
That just seems that seems different though for some reason because there's so many different things that by definition because they bring out that big plate with a bunch of different bowls and stuff. Maybe they knew that they were like, all right, fajitas 4 ingredients. We need to add a few.
It's also it's that and it's also when you make your own food, it tastes better for some reason because you made it.
Yeah.
It's like I did the work.
But that's why the novelty of going to a restaurant and going out and stuff like that. Oh, you get to cook it yourself and but like that it's still different, right? You're paying to do that.
To make it.
Which is why I think the Mexican food is such
and you're tipping them for you cooking your food.
Right. Yeah.
Can I get you anything else? Like, I want to make more of my
You're basically just serving me drinks.
Water that you could get yourself.
You're tipping them and paying them for water.
I mean, but like, that was why the fajitas thing is like is because they cooked it all back there doing all this stuff. They just put it in a plate, a hot plate, and threw some like water in there so that it would steam up and stuff. Because it's not like I cooked the meat. That's why I guess it's a little different with the Korean barbecues. They bring out raw meat.
Yeah, you have to cook. That's even worse.
Yeah, I just remember this is making me think. That was like when I was a kid and I went to Japan with my family, and they went out. That we went. I was like, what are the odds that I'd say this and somebody doesn't do that? 0%.
Well, the odds would be.
I was waiting for you to comment on it. I was like, he's not
comment. Oh.
I was waiting for
words.
What experiences? What are the chances of someone commenting on my comment?
Family experiences.
Yeah, right. I got a big family. Okay.
Oh, I got a smaller family, but we do crazy, extravagant adventures.
We do. That's a good one.
I hated.
Why'd you just
totally set me up on that?
Here you go.
You just looked at the camera. We do. Like a Hallmark.
That was the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
No, like Tom Brady. My dad. Don't edit this.
My dad.
But I was a kid, and I was obviously like, I wasn't a big fan of the cuisine because like now sushi, all that stuff's great, but specifically, this haunted me because we went to one of those places where you sat down and they brought out the food and you cook it and everyone's doing all that stuff. And we didn't find out till later because it was one of those authentic experiences. But that I found out that some of the meat was horse meat.
I heard that's really good.
I was just like, oh, cool meat. Because up until that point, it was like, here's a full cooked crab with its eyes, and here's a fish and all. As a kid, me and my dad were like, "Where's the McDonald's?" Which are fantastic in Japan.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, sure.
Chandeliers coming down the 2-story middle of it. It was just like,
and that's back then.
That
Everyone's
was back then,
McDonald's is better than ours.
Yeah. So then, like getting to a place where it's like, "Oh, here's just a piece of beef," and I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And then it was like, "By the way, you know that horse you love? He's dead."
Yeah.
So was that ant in Japan? You
Probably
Oh my
use that at
God,
McDonald's
yeah.
too, though.
just all these traumatic experiences.
Yeah, but at 9 years old, you can't even appreciate food in Japan.
What?
Were you 9? You said.
No, I must have been. Yeah, like
Was it the same trip you killed the ant?
10, 11, 12. Yeah, it was that. Was that age?
Super traumatic, huh?
Yeah, you're going to hell.
There's a lot of bad impressions as a kid in Japan.
And they're like, "Hey, let's go to the Hiroshima Museum." I was like, "Okay."
Okay. Right after you
it was terrible.
eat a horse and kill ants.
But it was like, I mean, as a kid, also outside of those specific things, short memory at that time.
Yeah.
So you think McDonald's was
But I
serving?
just don't forget that.
You think McDonald's was serving cats and dogs?
They're probably serving horse.
Are you saying you're racist?
Maybe they had horse.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
that's what you got all the
Double quarter-
McDonald's
horse or
around the
pounder?
world. What?
Saying they're double quarter pounders.
I was more interested in what Amp was saying. What were you saying?
That like most of those places, especially in Asian countries, like it's the Big Mac and those things are not on the front board. It's the fish sandwiches and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. And they have like different kind of items there.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
And
less,
they're healthier.
Well, less ingredients.
For sure healthier. Yeah. Oh well, I mean, yeah. We were talking about with your mom. It's like you go to
less
McDonald's.
sugar, less
in
seed
Europe,
oils, less.
In Europe, yes.
The potatoes, like the French fries, 3 ingredients. It's like oil, salt, potato.
It's like 75% less ingredients.
I'm gonna look up the McDonald's.
No, McDonald's is 17 ingredients
The fries.
for fries, chemicals.
And America's Lucky Charms, I think,
Unless they added to
it's
it.
got way more ingredients than like London's Lucky Charms. They
I know
add
London.
so much more
London, I
shit.
think, is like 50% less ingredients than America. But everywhere but America has less ingredients.
I think America's the fattest
No, they are.
by far.
That's why we're the fattest country.
Hydrogenated soybean oil, natural beef flavor.
That's not great, but that's
Why is there natural beef flavor?
dextrose, sodium acid. It's just the companies want to.
Hey,
they have this.
What's TBHQ? Tom
is
Brady's
that, to be
headquarters.
Tom Brady's headquarters, where he keeps the spice.
Wonder
melange.
Girls are addicted to it.
I think it's
Methyl
It's non-habit forming.
Silozane?
transgender boys headquarters.
Hang on, count how many there are.
Is added to
1,
prevent. Hey, look at that.
2, 3, 4.
What is added to prevent foaming? What the fuck?
Like
foaming?
Humans foaming, or
Because there's chemicals in there that
like the
probably
whatever. I'm making a joke.
Don't look at
Dummy
me.
shut
So
the
that
fuck
means
up.
things in there that mix will foam. And
Natural
they
beef
have to put
flavor.
another chemical in it to make it not foam.
But the only good thing is that we use vegetable oils. They use. You can't say that word.
Rapeseed.
Yeah. Grapeseed.
Grapeseed.
Grapeseed oil. And then I mean, yeah, man, good God.
That's just UK.
They have 7. They have 7 to our 17.
That's wild.
There's more than
And
17 there.
No, I think it's 17. There's a lot of long words.
Man. And weren't there less in the past in America?
I don't even know.
I mean, when they first
I wouldn't
started,
doubt it.
the original McDonald's.
they
you
use
know.
beef tallow.
Yeah, they actually use real, and that's good
to taste
for you.
really good.
I think Canada does.
Who
Not
was
his
that
hometown.
when we went to McDonald's as kids, who shit on the slide, down the slide?
I can't remember.
I did.
Was it
oh,
you?
wait.
Wasn't Dad waiting for one of us
Yeah.
to slide down?
It was either you or I.
Were we
Someone
like
shit.
4?
It's probably you.
I think we were like 20.
I remember they had the burglar, those trash cans, those trash cans that had the mouths and they would like make noises when you put your hand in it.
Coolest thing ever.
Did you say McNoises?
They make noises. They'd be
Make
like,
noises.
I
They
said
made McNoises.
I was gonna
yeah.
say
McNoises.
I'm gonna piss on
It would,
myself.
it would scare you. The burglar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it? Dad was like waiting down
At
the
that
slide.
point, it doesn't matter. Someone shit
yeah.
a
all the
streak,
way
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
a
yeah.
streak all the way down the slide.
From
And then
your
Dad said,
farts on this,
I think we were
it's you.
talking about this before. It must have been in some
Dad
other
said a
context
turd
because
followed. Yeah.
because I remember also having another traumatic experience at a McDonald's. It was like it was in kindergarten or something like that, and like my friend's like nanny, whoever took us there, and we were up in the play place, and we were coming down the slide, but we all looked down at, and it was just crickets. It was like those like kind of dark kind of crickets and it just you couldn't even see the slide. And they were all down there, and so I had one of those ska brother moments because as a kid, it was a huge slide. Yeah, but I was just holding because I went down and I was like, James, pull me back up, and he's like, I can't. And she was at this nanny, whoever was his nanny, was like, she was like, come down here, we have to leave. And I was like, fuck yeah, or whatever the equivalent of that for as a kid.
I would have rather slid in shit.
Yeah, dude. That was just like
I don't see those grasshoppers anymore. Those big dark green ones.
Climate change.
So I was talking about the ones that are like
some of the
almost
dark
look like
ones.
dates. You
Oh,
know, they're
so
like
you're-
that
yeah.
kind
You're
of
racist, okay.
purpley dark, shiny
Purpley
version.
Gotta be kidding.
And you know they don't clean those balls with the ball pins.
You would think that.
I don't clean my balls.
That's what Jordan thinks at night. They don't clean those McDonald's
While you're
balls,
dreaming
do
about
they?
Well, you're thinking about Amp.
Yeah, you're dreaming.
I'm thinking about Amp walking.
It's different.
I'm not thinking about balls.
You're not thinking. You're dreaming.
I'm thinking about
That's
balls.
very different. Means you can't help it. He's on your mind all the time, so you're dreaming about it.
You can help it, and you still think about
Yeah.
balls.
Yes, I can
You
help
still think about
Oh, that
balls. I
reminds
have
me.
balls.
That reminds me. Okay, now we're going back to everybody's favorite segment. Was this said on the golf course or a porn set?
Nobody's favorite segment at all.
Hey, Jordan, you got any extra balls?
I got cheese on
I
them.
just ran out.
Just a shaft.
I just ran out of balls. I got some extra for you.
Can somebody clean my shaft? Or my...
They have ball cleaners on this course? Damn it, the course thing.
Are you using a 7 or a 6?
Where's the cart girl?
Where's the cart?
That's on a porn set.
Yeah.
It's all specific golf, but it's on a porn set.
I thought we talked about that. We were on one of our recent golf jaunts videos. Check out the other channel. But we were just people were just saying those, and every single time someone would say it, there would be like a half pause, and then we'd look at each other like there's another one.
Yeah.
Everything you say on that, it's like, oh, it's in the hole.
Put it in the hole.
Oh, I chunked it.
Yeah, everything's pretty much gay.
It doesn't have to be gay.
Because it's all dudes.
What if a girl's saying it?
It's all dudes.
Then it's hot, right?
It's because we're all playing together.
If a girl's saying all those things, it's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
She'd have
Switch
to-
the
Yeah,
dynamic.
just in general, it's hot because you're talking about
I'm
golf.
saying the four of us when we're together. Not
You would want to be together.
man.
Yeah.
You're reaching.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You're Jack.
You're
reaching.
Jack. Yeah, I was gonna say it.
Got it.
Well, that one there.
You guys twins?
Nope.
You
One's
guys
bigger
should come
than the
over
other.
more often.
I'm a twin.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah. Does your lady friend have twins?
Quadruplets.
You've always heard that thing where we'll say like how long before you start dating a girl. I mean, how long after dating a girl that you would like
Have a
shit
kid?
with the door open or fart around them or what?
Never.
Or
Actually,
pee
never.
or
I've
something
never
like
done
that.
that.
Probably never.
Never.
I've asked you that question in the hotel. Do you remember that?
See, there's
Wow,
a gay.
see?
That's a gay
Yeah, that was
one.
gay.
What
because he
hotel have
keeps
we
bringing
ever
up
been in?
Weird shit.
No,
like
hold on.
that.
When Amp
What
first
hotel have we-
moved, when Amp first moved here, we had the hotel.
Oh, the night before.
And
Yeah.
I asked you that question.
Sounds like you two just had a hotel. I'm not.
No,
I
we
mean,
all
I was passed out.
the
so-
one that you guys were living in for like a month.
No, this is the other one.
No.
that was a way.
Oh, we
shittier.
moved to that one.
Way
Okay.
shittier
We were in a
place.
motel.
Yeah, we're in a terrible
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
But I asked you that question. I said, "Would you?"
Where we met
eventually-
Tom Brady?
Oh, that
yeah,
guy.
The bar, yeah.
That was that
cool.
night.
Yeah. The rooftop bar.
The rooftop bar.
So I rolled in with everything I
Kenny?
own in my car. And
No, but I asked you
From Texas
I asked
or
you
LA.
that question. How comfortable do you even fart in front of girls? And I said, or after a while when you date them, you go, yeah. Like you said it with such conviction. Like, yeah, I do it.
Because he does.
It's like dad.
I mean, like
Dad shits
not,
in front
not
of
like not like yeah. I mean,
A lot of people do.
I can't do
you
it.
can't be comfortable with the person you're going to be like
That's-
married to. You know,
that's different.
My mom's like that though. She doesn't.
No,
do,
she hates when my dad farts. She hates when my
Yeah.
dad shits.
Well, I mean, if you like
Every time.
whatever,
So
So
but
you're
Fine.
saying my mom's not a good person, or she's
what?
not
No,
comfortable?
she's way better than you guys. I don't know how.
So
that
you're saying my
happens.
mom doesn't
I would
love
hope
my
so.
dad? She's uncomfortable around my dad of 40
Well,
years.
no, I would,
40
I
years
would
of
just,
marriage.
But she probably would if she felt comfortable with it.
Are you
she
sa-
wouldn't be worried about what he would think.
Are you saying
that's
she's?
a better way of saying?
Are you saying she's way better than us because she didn't raise us well?
She was.
Is that what you said about my mom? She didn't do a
That's
good
kinda what you
job.
just
my
said.
mom's name.
She didn't raise us well
Rosie.
enough.
No,
You should learn your
Rose
name.
is her
Her
real
name
name.
is Rose.
Oh, why is it? Okay.
Rosie too.
See,
He's sexist also.
he
We
came to a
didn't-
family function
who'd've
one
thought?
time and thinks he knows everything.
I do know everything.
Forget your mom's name and farts in front of girls.
Wait, what
He's
about
sexist.
you guys? Are feel like well, I don't know about you anymore, but do you shit in front of
No,
your family of six?
no.
No, well,
We all
I mean,
sit
I've
together.
never gotten to a place. I've never been married, so
That's
I
Golden
don't know if I would
Corral
ever
every
get to
time
it.
you go
I
out.
thought of this and I go, I lived with the chick for like
This is not going to be a good
3 years, with her every single day. And I was like, well, eventually, like after the first year, I'm like, this is what my parents feel like. Maybe after a while, I'll start doing what they do. Not 1 second did I ever feel comfortable.
I never have.
I still feel like a marriage is probably the thing that it would click. Whatever you're thinking right now is I'd never do it. And then maybe that would be the thing that would click that thing in your head.
I think that happens when you sexually lose interest completely,
or you settle,
well, that's kind of in the cards as well.
Kind of.
If you settle, you're probably not
something
sexually
else.
I don't know,
aroused.
dude. People are human. They're good as shit. And
No,
I also think those humans are sexy. I don't necessarily want that to be doing at the same time.
I understand.
Or maybe you are just
some people are like that.
Maybe you are to make things more exciting.
I've had girls where they would accidentally do it, or some would do it on purpose.
What?
I think every girl you've dated does
farting.
it on
I thought we
purpose.
were going to the extreme.
But
Farting is like whatever, dude. That's funny.
But shitting, like, if you're like being obnoxious with it, then it's unattractive.
Oh, then yeah.
Like when a girl talks like a man about their farts
But
and
I
shits, it's like that's gross.
I just, but I mean, but that, and if that's your preference and that kind of thing, but some people, there's probably a couple
like
out there that love it, yeah. But in general, the thing that I wouldn't,
Let's go to Pornhub and figure it out.
The thing that I wouldn't necessarily want to be with the partner is for like her to be uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like she holding that shit in, like a fart or something like around me. I'd be like, let it rip.
Was she holding shit in or a fart?
Well, you were. I was like farting. I thought we were way past that, but you were talking about farting. So,
but isn't a fart? Isn't a shit just a fart waiting to happen?
It's a ghost fart.
I mean, you guys have such after living with you guys for a couple years. I don't know the difference sometimes. You guys will rip one. You go like, I gotta go upstairs.
And it was like, was that real?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nope, that was my mouth.
Like I'd be lonely in this house if you guys weren't just coming in and out of the house every fucking 20 minutes to take a massive shit. Miles is that guy that like. Miles is that guy who's like, Miles is that guy who's like sitting next to a girl he like doesn't really know, and he's over there like taking a picture of her feet or something like that, and like forgets to take the flash off.
Those are nice feet.
Yeah, he'll take a picture of the feet and go, "I'm famous."
And she's like, "What
you
are you
are
doing?
not sneaky at all."
I did it on purpose.
What were you taking a picture of?
I just did it on purpose.
Oh.
You don't mind if your chick would just shit in front of you?
I don't. If I was, I've never been married. I'm not gonna say.
But married doesn't
really
matter.
do what you want. So like, I'm not. Okay, the answer is I don't think I would go. Let's have sex right after that. I would. But like, dude, if it's her house too, we're married. And if I'm not gonna be like, next time you go to the bathroom, better close the door, and I don't want to see this ever.
You keep saying married like that's like
because that's what I'm saying.
It's
like just living together, being together.
I think it would probably set off some
we're
some
married
red
now,
flags if we just started dating and she just full door open. That would probably be like, I got to think about this.
Things to come.
Yeah, right. It's certain thing. But that's not going to be something.
I'm not saying it's make or break. After a couple years, she just like leaves the door open, and I come in, and she's like, "Oh my god," and she closes it.
Yeah.
But if she does that doesn't care,
or just wants me to see, then we're probably not going to be in that.
She just doesn't care.
Because my mom still keeps
very,
it,
and I think that's where I get it from.
She's very dainty and girly still, like when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
I'll fuck you up, dude. And she still doesn't do that in front of my dad. I've never heard my mom.
I don't have
do it.
interest.
I don't think
She's
my parents necessarily do that
203 years
either.
old.
Yeah,
Just kidding, Mom.
I guess I don't know if I've answered the question, but yeah,
Just a girl who doesn't care if she leaves the door open while she poops, and she knows you're like right there.
Maybe she's really comfortable in her own skin.
You're in the room with
that
her.
means she really.
I think
likes
I think I'd probably laugh. I think I'd probably just kind of go.
And would be like,
yeah.
No, he go.
I'd be like, dude, I'd probably be going, all right, did she mean to do that? Do you want me to look away? Do you want me to, but if someone's that comfortable, it's almost like to a degree of just being, it's like, yeah, if you're that comfortable with me, one, if you're also that comfortable as a person, it's the same thing why, I just like, any version of self-confidence and unabashedly, because I have so many things that I'm hesitant to do in life in general that like, I'm like, worried about what other people think, and I was trying to get through that. But imagine being so confident in just who you are, what you want to do.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's.
I get that, but
we're manifesting that in shitting in front of people.
I was gonna say that's the way.
What this comes down to.
But we keep saying girls.
This is
what
how you wrap it up.
What about men with?
This is how you wrap it up. This comes down to you've never had a bad anal experience.
Wow,
I knew you were gonna bring this up.
You've never had a bad anal experience,
and
we're wrapping it up.
And that's how it is.
This is why you wrap it.
Not always keep going, but
sometimes you got to stop,
even when it's not good.
Keep going, it's good.
Sometimes when you stop,
please stop. It's not good.
It's not.
You
it
are.
Stinks.
We're gonna cut his mic.
This is why you wrap it.
We're cutting his mic for a little bit.
Anyway,
So how was your anal experience?
Which one?
Shit.
Oops.
Poops. Did I fart? That's why you don't go in the back door, dumbass. Unless you're taking your teeth out.
God. You know that song, Pennies from Heaven? I always thought they were saying panties from heaven.
I got waxed.
You're getting hosed right now.
I'm getting whacked.
Trust me.
Yeah, you even spent money on a haircut
getting manipulated.
for 5 children.
Money.
Panties from heaven. Doobie.
Not now. Whoa, say it though.
It though.
Hey, that's nice.
Let's get a little too excited.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
quit.
is. He's excited.
Yeah, because we're all here for once.
That's not why you're excited.
Jordan's here for once.
Decided to adopt 4.
I'm not excited.
I'm not excited.
Yeah, I'd like 2 Big Macs. What do you guys want? What do you want?
Well, that's why I told him.
Stop fighting back there. None of you are blood.
Stop
What
fighting
are
back
y'all
there.
doing? But I'm paying for it.
I said every meal
Hey,
is
quit
Golden
fighting.
Corral.
What are
There's a
y'all
little
even
buffet to feed
talking
them,
about?
man.
You guys doing all right back
4
there?
or 5 kids he's going to have to take care of.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that first part of that.
You're a stepdad to someone you're not even calling
Even
a
if
girlfriend.
she was a fucking 40, like a 10 out of 10 out of
Things
10
I've
out of
never
10,
thought about
I would
before.
never. Don't even edit that.
Then we're keeping in his farts.
My mind's blown. Right?
What?
If we don't edit that, we're keeping his
And
farts.
she's 60?
collateral damage.
touching my ass.
I'm like, and she's your age?
We're talking the
Older. The fucking ceiling.
I know you're going to end up on Chris Hansen.
So?
With a DUI.
Have a seat. Have you done anal?
Why don't you take a seat?
Just sit down, right over there.
Touch the doll. Show me on the doll where her MySpace is.
You fart in front of your wife?
Do you poop with the door open?
Well.
I think anal's a secret.
So
It
10
depends
Big
on what you
Macs.
mean by truth.
55 burgers, 55 fries.
That was just for you, though.
Yes.
Now you got to get the
How
kids.
much for you?
You know what I'm eating.
It's just him, though.
Yeah.
Hey, family of 5.
I can afford just me.
No, you can't.
Well, I can't afford him.
Look at you. Him.
My stomach.
Hims. You're sponsored by Hims.
Should be.
Plural motherfuckers down there. Stomach.
Just what Lance is speaking right now.
It's like that's always y'all's thing. Is if you're like, if it's not me talking, just let her rip.
Something's got to talk on me.
Yeah.
Knew that was going to get somebody.
All right, let's go touch people on the boulevard.
Oh, we can just say.
We're gonna ask people about the with the farting and the
Shitting and just dating.
Let's bring these questions out to Broadway.
Yeah, for those of you who are just listening, we encourage you to check out our YouTube page. We're going to go hit the streets
Got some
in
questions for you.
Nashville. Going to talk to the people and see how they feel about this discussion. So
It's going to be a shit show.
Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that?
It's gonna be shitty.
What you're hearing right now? You see that?
Is that how many kids she has?
All right, more.
keep going.
All right.
Time to go.
Hey, Amp, start walking.
You gonna walk with us?
No, I'm going to turn this down.
Just like I dreamed.
Don't tell me what's impossible. Right when I did that, I'm standing up, and you guys aren't looking. Nobody looked back. You can just
I might have to let it drop.